Turning now to our Trailblazing Women series, introducing you to incredible female leaders who are breaking barriers and creating change for the better.
Yeah, talk about being amazing. Today's Trailblazer is Jackie Cianzo, a New York City mom and change maker who set out to make life better for her son with autism and wound up improving the lives of hundreds of other families with her organization SNAC, or Special Needs Activity Center for Kids and Adults. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has this story.
Jackie Cianzo knew something wasn't right when her firstborn son Joey started having seizures at 18 months old.
That began a journey of going to doctors all up and down the East Coast.
Nearly 2 years later, Jackie and her husband Joe got their answer.
He was about 3 when autism first came into our world.
Unable to speak, read, or write, Joey was diagnosed with severe autism, a neurodevelopmental disability doctors were still learning about 30 years ago.
There was no national understanding. When I say he's autistic, people would say, oh, he can draw. You know, it was like the Wild West of nothing. Awful.
When Jackie tried enrolling then 8-year-old Joey in a special needs swim program, she said he was turned away for being what they called too severely autistic.
I mean, imagine being told that. You think you belong to part of a community and you're told you're not allowed in. So where do you go if you can't go to the special needs program with your special needs kid? So being Italian, I got angry and we started our own thing. I'm just going to make a world for you.
That world is called SNAC. Started in 2003 for half a dozen kids like Joey. It was the first of its kind in New York City. 22 years later, her nonprofit has grown to a 7-day-a-week program with classes and activities for more than 200 members, including nearly 50 adults with autism, like 27-year-old Zach.
Welcome to SNAC, where we all have fun.
They're what Jackie calls the forgotten population.
As a country, we have not invested in this population at all. We've just kicked the can down the road to the point that now it's an epidemic.
The CDC estimates there are at least 5.4 million adults in the U.S. with autism. That number is expected to rise to 6 million over the next decade. 87% of young adults with autism live with family at some point as they age out of programs and lack adequate housing.
What is your biggest worry as Joey gets older?
My husband and I dying. What's the future going to be like for him without us? Don't make me beg for services. Don't make me beg for him to have a place to live. Parents shouldn't have to fight for everything.
One parent who's joined that fight, actor Colin Farrell. His new foundation advocating for those with intellectual disabilities. His son James was born with Angelman syndrome, a disorder that shares many traits with autism.
My James is 21 now, and we're trying to figure out what the next stage of his life is going to look like and where he's going to live. There's not many options. The whole system is a bit of a mess. There are a lot of people that are working very hard, but they're swimming upstream in a system that's not really supporting them in the way that it should.
Jackie is thrilled to have such a high-profile kindred spirit in the special needs world.
He gets it. I wish I was 20 years younger. I would have kicked with him, but you know.
With Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Taking no government funding and through a combination of members' fees and fundraising, SNAC has expanded to include overnight care for people like Joey and his best friend, 28-year-old Andy Shaw, who's been coming to SNAC since he's 8. His mom, Margot, ever grateful.
The two of them bonded over the fact that they loved ketchup and they shared it at lunch every day. I can't personally imagine my life without Jackie. Everything that she's done to foster these kinds of relationships, I never want him to be without that.
Those relationships extending to SNAC's dedicated staff.
SNAC has provided a sense of community for everyone, and not just the members, for the staff as well. I feel like when I come here, it's like my second home.
Jackie's younger son, Andrew, proud of what his mom has built.
What really makes her a trailblazer, though, is her ability to take risk and not be afraid. She left a good job to start a nonprofit where she had no experience with special needs kids. And then there have been so many times when she could have quit, and she never has.
What are you most proud of?
I am most proud of Joey. That kid has been through hell, and he takes it all on. I don't know how he smiles. I don't know how he does it.
What has your journey taught you?
The power of one. You know, just don't let anybody tell you you can't.
Do you consider yourself a trailblazer?
I don't know. I guess so. I'm just a mother, you know what I mean? I'm a mother who needed something, and so did a lot of others.
A mother blazing a path and making a difference.
That's a wrap.
How'd we do?
Good.
You knocked it out of the park, baby.
Oh, the power of one. It takes one person to make a
And
difference.
she is such a force. Our
Jackie.
thanks to Alexis for bringing us her story. And Jackie tells us she's now focused on working with lawmakers to help create more support and resources for adults with disabilities.
I love that story and love Jackie as well.